okay. Off your mic, it's okay. Off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you louder, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses.
Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you're watching from. This is Maiyegun live. You have read the news today, Abi, where Sinzu spending, Sinzu Buhari have written to them. He wrote to the National Assembly that is now requesting for another 2.3 billion dollars loan. What am I even talking about? 6 billion US dollars rather. 2.3 trillion naira. That's how messed up that country is anyway. But let's use their naira. 2.3 trillion naira. When Buhari came, when this APC Egbekegbe came to power 6 years ago, the total debt of Nigeria was about between 12 and 13 trillion naira. Today, the debt of Nigeria is now over 35 trillion naira. They are about to borrow more. And here is the flashback. Because some people said, Maiyegun, you can sometimes be too of a revisionist. Said, well, being a revisionist is actually a good thing. If we have been so much of revisionist enough, maybe this generation would have resisted genuinely the rebirth, or should they, what do they call it, reformed Buhari. They will not bring back a dead tyrant from 30 years of unproductive existence. Maybe if we have been revisiting very well, this con artist who foisted this criminal and the jihadist on the rest of us and continue to ask us to live with it or die from trying to escape from it. Maybe this generation today would have probably resisted. But they told them that Buhari was trying to fix Nigeria. They didn't tell them the truth. And that is my job now. If you call me a revisionist, I wholly welcome that. Let's revisit what these guys met. Because the story right now is that I was even reading the news the other day. I think it was yesterday. And they were celebrating that inflation dropped by 1%. Now, I am going to speak to you in my own layman language, man to man. I'm not going to speak to you like all those fraudsters that will like Emefiele and co. That will be using all this kind of economic jargons to confuse you. I will use this naira and kobo, possibly dollars too. When this gang of thieves came in, a naira to a dollar was about 190 naira and 195 naira, black market. While officially you get a dollar for 170, 172 naira. A pound sterling then was about 250 naira in their normal black markets. You will get it for somewhere around 205, 210 naira. That was 2015. So back then, it was considered that it was a complete aberration that they are changing naira to a dollar for 190 naira. When Obasanjo came in, a naira to a dollar was about 35 naira to a dollar. But when Obasanjo was leaving, a dollar to a naira was somewhere around 135, 36 naira to a dollar. But by the time this gang of crook came in and Jolantan handed over, a naira to a dollar was 190, 195 to a naira, a naira to a dollar. Today, a dollar to a naira in Nigeria is now, if you are possibly lucky enough to have your dollar in your own hands, because they don't even have them anymore, a dollar to a naira is now between 470 naira and 490 naira to a dollar under these criminals, right? And the reason is not far-fetched. They started printing money from day one they came in. And when you look at all the antecedents, all the antecedents of this Buhari and his jihadist brothers, there is no difference from Abacha era. The only difference is that this guy, you were deceived to believe that you were in a democracy. When Abacha was alive, it's the same thing. Abacha became a pariah state because what were they doing? They were also printing money. Nobody will actually do anything with Nigeria then, except in the black market. Now that's what Buhari has brought back. Today, they have destroyed that naira with borrowing. Another thing that this military Fulani terrorist succeeded in doing was to dip the entire country into abject debt, indebtedness. So when Obasanjo came in, part of the legacy of Obasanjo was he was able to negotiate the debt away. Ask me how much was the debt. They said it was around $78 billion. Last, Nigeria debt turned to zero in 2005, 2006. By the time Jolantan will hand over power to Buhari, Nigeria debt was already 13 trillion naira. As if that wasn't the war. So within 6 years, Buhari has doubled it and he is about to triple it now because the debt of Nigeria is about to hit 39 to 40 trillion naira. And they've just made a request. Don't forget, under this same Buhari's government, Paris credit or Paris debt refund. Do you remember when they returned some money? They said when Nigeria was repaying Paris debt, Nigeria overpaid. They over-deducted some state allowances and all of that. Now they returned that money to this Buhari's government. They shared the money. Abacha loot. They returned Abacha loot. They shared the money. Even the Buhari idiots who told us that they recovered $90 billion from Diezani, $90 billion that they said they recovered from Diezani. All of that, last, Nigeria's Buhari, they have succeeded in borrowing the destiny of the people of yesterday, today, tomorrow, and the day after, maybe week after, next generation and next generation, I'll tell you. You see this new request they are making, it will further destroy your naira. I told you, I said, give it time. Between now and December 31st of 2021, your naira to a dollar will be exchanged for more than 600 to 700 naira to a dollar. For pound sterling, me a day here. As they are destroying your naira, destroying your economy, destroying jobs, doing all this manner of things, dipping you further into poverty, and as many of you are struggling to survive, some struggling to run away, you will come back to that reality that Nigeria is done for. And somehow, these guys knows about it. They know something. And only those who probably don't have a clue are still defending Nigeria. It is a shame that we have some Yoruba brothers and sisters who are actually believing that 2023 can be something for them. It is a shame that you will wait to inherit a Pangolo country. You will never be well. And then you will watch your people. Now that they've added terrorism to it, we'll come back to that. They came in. They further dipped the country into... Nigeria went into recession 3 times under this Buhari's government. The national electricity grid, the national grid of Nigeria collapsed more than 4 times now since this Buhari's government. The first and the only time, the first and the last time that the national grid of Nigeria electricity collapsed nationwide was when Buhari was the president, the Shekau of 1985. That was the first time, and that was the last time until 30 years after, when you exhumed the dead tyrant and you brought him back to life 4 times now. So let's take them by their words, word by word. Because you know where all this leads to? All of this is just to let you know that many of us who have come to the conclusion that even if you endure, if you pretend to endure, you will never recover from the ruins, the destruction that this gang of criminals have brought upon everyone in that part of the world. You can't recover. You will never recover from it. And they are not tired. They keep going. So even if you pretend that maybe it will still work, it's all coming back to the same thing, BLLB. So let's take them by their words. This gang of rogues, for example, you remember Hell Rufai, Kaduna Little Finger, And do you remember this then?
This is their record. The exchange rate has moved from 120 to the dollar to 240 to the dollar. That is Jonathan's record. Jobs have been destroyed. Livelihoods have been destroyed. Over 1 million people have been displaced because of incompetent and corrupt security mismanagement. Meanwhile, during this period, oil prices have been at their all-time high. Trillions have been budgeted for security, but the only thing you see are mansions in Abuja owned by ministers of defense and generals. We know these houses, we know the owners. This is the record of the Jonathan administration in the last 6 years. That's why they don't want to talk about it. So what do they talk about? They move from church to church preaching religious division. They move from town to town preaching ethnic division. They have no record to run on. They take photographs of private estates and claim that the government built the estates. They take photographs of railway bullet trains from Port Harcourt and claim that it's federal government train system. They lie for a living. Do not believe anything they say. Even when they say good morning, check, it is probably evening. So do not be deceived. I am here before you as a father of young people like you because I have many children. We don't count our children. We count blessings. That I care about your future. We all care about your future because we have children too. and we want you to stand up and vote for change.
Do you understand that? That was way back in 2014. So let's go back then. When these guys came in, it was easier to ask people if their lives were better before Goodluck Jonathan and before anything, or if their life was better actually in 2015. And the answer was a resounding no, our lives were no better. You know what I mean? Therefore, they came up with their plan. Number one, to end Boko Haram in 3 months. Okay. Number two, to arrest all corrupt people and begin the repatriation of all the stolen money from Nigeria. Number three, they were going to create 3 million jobs every year. Other one was that they will give free meal a day to every school-age child in all over the country. They were going to make education free from KG level to university level. They were going to be paying you employment wage. That means as a graduate, if you are yet to find a job in your own discipline, government will be paying you salary equivalent to that your discipline. If you are a doctor, you'll be collecting a salary of a doctor before you find job, just like they were doing in Libya. They also said, as an entrepreneur, you will have access to 21st century business developmental skills, blah, 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 and they will give you access to loans that you can start your own businesses. They also said they were going to grow agriculture enough to stop importation of food. They also said they were going to return all the victims of Boko Haram back to their villages, resettle them and get them back to their lives, and close all the IDP camps, refugee camps caused by Boko Haram. They also said Boko Haram will never, well, those ones are just the extra. Boko Haram will never, or anyone will never, or nobody will ever go abroad for medical treatment. Also, they also said subsidy was a scam that was being enjoyed by some selected friends of PDP, Egbekegbe as well. So subsidy was to go. They were going to build 1 refinery per each region, and they are going to build 6 refineries in 6 years, new ones, while they will renovate all of the refineries in Nigeria within a year. All these promises gone down the drain, okay? So there's no point in that. So when they came in, they crashed everything. They started what is called round tripping in the CBN. Some people became middlemen. So people who have legitimate businesses, who needed Forex to run their businesses, oversee, like bring up, Nigeria is import-dependent country. So they have to go through middlemen. Legitimate businesses for Forex no longer go through the banks anymore. Banks were also going through middlemen. Who were the middlemen? The terrorists from Daura, terrorists from Katsina, terrorists from all these areas who are terrorist apologists appointed by Boko Haram. They destroyed that medium and destroyed so many businesses. And like joke, they couldn't create 3 million jobs every year. Rather than create 3 million jobs every year, which would have given some of those Buhari deals who are now, they call them Empower. They are now Empower. Some of them will be begging bloggers to help them tell the whole world that they have not paid them January salary. They have not paid them February salary because they don't pay them. Do you get that now? So, they couldn't create 3 million jobs. Rather, within 6 years, the numbers of unemployed people in Nigeria from 13 to 13.5 million unemployed people in 2015, the number has now skyrocketed to, officially, they say, officially, it has now skyrocketed to over 33 million. That means Boko Haram has added 20 million officially. Many of them who had job before Boko Haram came in. But when Nigeria happened to them, they lost their jobs. They didn't create jobs. There's something called foreign direct investment. This is where government will design policies that will encourage foreign investors, people to bring in their money into the country so that they can invest and also create jobs. You know what I mean now? Help and reduce unemployment. Foreign direct investment under this Buhari's government took a dip. Do you get what I mean now? As we speak right now, they are merely getting about 0.72%. They are merely getting 1% foreign direct investment to what they met when they came in. How would they get that? They didn't end Boko Haram in 3 months. They did not return the Boko Haram victims back to their families. Rather than do all of that, they created more terrorist groups and they started championing, defending them. Kaduna, that the people were able to protect themselves. Southern Kaduna, this Hell Rufai, this Kaduna Little Finger, created his own army of terrorists, of Fulani terrorists, who started attacking and killing. And you have known the story of Southern Kaduna, okay? So they created the violence everywhere. Who is going to take their money to such place? Electricity they promised you, they couldn't deliver. Demand they made the Minister of Darkness, Babatunde Fashola, that is Aleko Barack Obama. Fashola, the Bantueyo of Isaleko, they made him Minister of Darkness, potholes, and homelessness. And how did he perform? In 6 years, they destroyed everything. They destroyed everywhere. And they continue to lie, to hide it. And this is where we all come up like, okay, if somebody is now telling you that they have a solution, and you look at them and say, okay, let me see, who are those of you who have the solution? And you realize that they are the same criminals who told you that Buhari was their solution, and all you needed then was just to listen to them, and that's it. So the gullible ones who listened, would you still want to listen to them now? I don't think so, and that is why you should never listen to them. You know another thing they are doing now? I remember when they took the last loan that eventually finally killed your naira. As we speak, the what do you call it? The 2.3 trillion naira they want to borrow, $6 billion. That one is just a fraction. And the one where they just push you, they are planning to borrow more than $15 billion as you are in this year. This 6 billion is just to add to what they have borrowed already between January and May. Okay, they were waiting for the lockdown to ease down in some part of the world, and since the lockdown has been easing down, they continue to borrow. Doing what? They call it infrastructure. Infrastructure, like the one they want to construct from the Katsina, train from Katsina to Niger Republic, the one they will borrow in your name. And then once they approve that, once the money is approved, then you will just hear the breaking news. Naira to $1 is now 600 naira. They say, oh, we are working to ensure that everything is fine. Nobody should be alarmed. So my own question now is, why would you want to continue to be part of an hopeless, helpless country that you have no choice? Not that you actually have a choice. They are not consulting us now. They are borrowing money. So when the Yorubas meet again and say, Kobo, we are not going to pay inside that money. Anybody will borrow Nigeria money. They are doing Father Christmas. Some people will say, we didn't consult the Fulani terrorists or Fulani leaders before we make that decision, Abi. Are they consulting us now before they take all your name to go and borrow money? The rubber stamp National Assembly, they will approve it. As long as CBN will print them money to pay them their own 13.5 million, 15 million every month. They don't care. Your naira can become worthless as they are getting that your worthless paper. They are finding the forex everywhere they can buy and change it to dollar and save it somewhere else. Why would you want to continue to be part of that hopeless situation? That is the question. When is it going to end? The Yahoo-Yahoo government, the people they promised to return back. Let me tell you what happened there. You see, like I said, they said they were going to end Boko Haram in 3 months. For 3 months, first they said, when they came in 2015, first they said maybe it is the rainy season that reduced Boko Haram activities. Okay. They said Boko Haram are no longer bombing anywhere anymore. It's okay, fine. Then the next thing they said, Buhari or Boko Haram's body odor was the one that was so strong for the Boko Haram that they have run away. And they were telling, that was when Laya Muhammad, Femi Oponu Adesina, Gabeji Shehu, or Gabeji Shehu himself, that's when they all went lyrical. And they were telling us that Boko Haram, they have technically defeated Boko Haram. You remember that time? We didn't know that they were actually, what's that they call them again? They were trying to, open another branch, to diversify, that kind of a thing. To diversify. All of you are shouting, Boko Haram, Boko Haram. Let us create other branches, other chapters, and then everybody will have something to deal with all over the country. They were diversifying the terrorism business for that first 6 months. And when they unleashed the war, that is where we are now, today. So they did not end Boko Haram. Rather, they strengthened them. They started the program, releasing them. They called it rehabilitation and resettlement of repentant Boko Haram terrorists or repentant bandits. They created this fake leverage for terrorists. They did not tell anybody. They were denying it. We were exposing them. They were denying it. They said it's not true. It's a fake news. Until they boldly came out to do graduation for these terrorists too. That's when the whole world knew that, no wonder. Even all the terrorists that were standing trial, all the Boko Haram, arrested Boko Haram member under Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, all the arrested terrorists like Kabiru Sokoto and co. No wonder many of them, they never appeared in court again. Kabiru Sokoto, according to what we have heard, by the way, Kabiru Sokoto's wife, she's on her second or third kids now since Boko Haram came to power. So that means Kabiru Sokoto is not in detention, and so are many others who they have secretly released. And these were senior Boko Haram terrorist members. And now, where are we? We now have bandits who dress like a Boko Haram and they operate like Boko Haram. They have the capacity to kidnap hundreds of school children, undetected, unchallenged, and they can keep them for days and the Nigerian authority will never find them. Bandito. Boko Haram did something that if you are a northerner watching this video, you should be worried. I mean, if you can still think, maybe all of you get sense anymore. And I understand. You see, you know what is called the Buhari titis? Do you know what is called Buhari titis? Yes. Buhari titis is a strange mental disorder. Nobody get cure. And only the Buhari idiots are suffering it. And the fact that they won't agree that they have Buhari titis that has eaten up their brains, it makes it difficult for researchers to find solution. And they decided that we should continue to hammer them, to knock them the truth. Possibly, we can save some of them and save ourselves too. What do you call it? There's something I picked up. When these guys were diversifying, and they later came out to say, yes, repentant Boko Haram can become your president. And we're like, whose idea is that? Who is bringing that idea? It was the idea of the jihadist in government. But something happened. When they came in, Buhari and his gang of jihadists from the northwest, northeast, and co, they established what is called presidential, they call it Presidential Committee on something like rehabilitation, resettlement of the people of northeast, like rebuild, resettle, and rehabilitate of blah 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 blah. Sha puts one jagudu nonsense. And Buhari, for the first 6 months to settle himself down when your de facto president was alive. I'm talking about your president Abba Kyari. So they brought in this Adamawa thief, like Atifku himself, right? They brought this guy in. His name is Babachir Lawal. They made him the secretary to the government of the federation. He is like the third strongest person after Abba Kyari. Now they put this committee to rehabilitate and rehabilitate and resettle the people of Northeast, especially Borno. So they put the presidential committee in his office. They now voted money for him. Now, so the guy, whatever Abacha blood that was boiling in him, immediately he started the looting, but stealing the money as if that was not enough. Babashir Lawal, when they opened the investigation to how much money they have looted, trying to say they wanted to rehabilitate and return the people from refugee camp back to their villages as they promised people. When the truth came out of how much he was looting, you know what they did? He collaborated with his friends, his other jihadists in the Nigeria Air Force. You know what they did? They decided to go and bomb the IDP camp in Ran. They bombed the IDP camp in Ran, and they killed so many people in the refugees who ran away from Boko Haram, and they were in safe place, so they were bombed there by the Nigeria Air Force. Not one time, not two times, but 3 times. So if you say one time is an error, second time is an error, third time is an error, it was days after we discovered that it was because the senator of Saraki was investigating him. They discovered that Babashir Lawal, among other things, they stole. The one ridiculous one was that they cut the grass around the refugee camps, where thousands of people who are running away from terrorists, they were taking refuge, right? They used 242 million naira to cut the grass around the area. And when they asked him, how can you use 242 million naira to cut grass? You said you are feeding each refugee, you are feeding them with about 4,000 naira a day. That means the refugee is spending more than 120,000 naira a month. And with what you have calculated here, we went to this place, these refugees, these Nigerians who are running away from Boko Haram, that you use them, they voted for you in their refugee camp, they voted for APC. Now, you said you are feeding them with 4,000 naira every day, Abi. Well, 120,000 naira every month. Do we see these people begging for money, begging for food on the streets? And we see where they are sleeping at night. No bed, no shelter, no nothing. And you, Mr. Secretary to the government of the Federation, you are telling us that you are spending 120,000 naira on each refugee? Haba! That was what led to them sending bomb 3 times to bomb that refugee camp. And they did not just kill the refugees, they killed those who were giving them care, those who are NGOs, those who came to support the refugees, because government has abandoned them, right? Many of them died. Health worker, what are they called? All these NGOs. Go online now and search for bombing of Ran. They said it was an error. How can you make error 3 times? They were trying to cover up. The government that came to help you stop corruption. I was shouting, shut up. It's because you don't like Buhari. Buhari doesn't care whether you are a Fulani or whether you are a Yoruba, or whether you are it doesn't care who you are. What these guys care is that to use that mental ideology they put in your head, especially if you are a Fulani. If anybody is telling you that you are a Fulani and you are special made, you have this special privilege or special power that your Nigeria belong to you, they are all lying to you. Not a single of your elite believe that lie. If not, by today, you should be the safest in Nigeria today. All the Fulani states, all the Fulani governors, they should not be paying ransom to terrorists as we speak. If these guys really care that because you are a Fulani and their agenda is to protect and promote Sharia, promote Islam, to promote this and that, all this nonsense they are putting in your head, all this madness, Fulani will control, Fulani will continue to rule you, Fulani will blah, blah, blah. It's all jargons that even your elite, they don't believe them. That's why they love the mob mentality. That as long as they can tell you to go and burn down places, you will go. As long as they tell you to go and keep places, you will go. Because to them, I mean, according to them, you believe that they are fighting the just cause of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and not be Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad. Oh, they are fighting the cause of Allah. You people who don't like them is because they don't like Islam. Your elite are lying to you. The same people who are supposed to protect your children, your women, your aged, your everyone who is vulnerable in northern Nigeria today. You as a northern now, I'm talking to you. Those who are supposed to protect you, they are giving excuses why you are not safe. You are watching your children being kidnapped, and by terrorists, they are being raped. They are being sold off in this life of today. And some leaders are telling you the reason why people don't like them is because they are Muslim or is because they are from the north. And you are supposed to be the safest. Are you not? That is part of the fraud. David O, my brother, thank you very much. We caught up tonight again. Thank you so much for the love. It's a pleasure. Remember, you can also use the super chat. It is always at the side of the comments. People have been asking me, Maiyegun, this doesn't exist. I mean, it doesn't really exist in every location. But if you are in your comment section and you see a dollar sign beside it, that is the super chat where you can send your own super chat or sticker. Is there. And you can also subscribe to Maiyegun's Diary if you haven't already, okay? They killed people for cover-up. They don't care. If the people they are going to kill are the people like them, they don't care. The same Buhari government, in another way that you will know that these are heartless people, the same Buhari government, they received a ship of rice and some other grains from China, donated by China, so that Nigeria can use that food to feed the people in refugee camps, okay? So in 2016, when Buhari died and he became a vegetable in London, you remember, 2016, 2017, that was the time Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, Oshumbade, that was when he became acting president. That's to tell you that there is no difference. So, meanwhile, before then, they said there was already, that rice was there in Apapa, is there at Apapa, and until it entered demurrage, you know what happened? They said the agent that's supposed to clear the rice did not clear the rice in time. And because of that, the ship and the content entered demurrage. So Nigerian custom now seized it. Listen to this drama. So they now required 5.5 billion naira to clear the ship from Nigerian custom. So Nigeria, NEMA, National Emergency Management Agency, or whatever they are called, NEMA, they were the one that were supposed to collect the rice, bag the rice, and take them to the IDP camp and share the food, sharp. But they said the agent to clear has no money. So custom now seized it. Now, to clear it, the NEMA has to pay 5.5 billion. And since NEMA has no governing body, the governing body was constituted, but they were never inaugurated by Buhari before it got transported in an air ambulance to London then, right? So because of that, NEMA has no authority to approve 5.5 billion to go and clear the rice. China donated free of charge. Do you get that now? They shall play their abracadabra. Immediately, Oshunbade, special advisor to Buhari on burial arrangement and condolences matters, Diagbowori Babaoja. Immediately, he became the acting president. He just approved it. He said, approved. So they collected the rice. By the time they collected the rice, they moved the rice from Apapa. We don't know how they did the 5 billion, 5.5 billion. That later became fraud to the point that the Fulani landlord, they were not happy with Oshunbade. And they said they would never hand over power to him again. And they never did again. They will never, ever again. He misused that power. 100 days, 5.5 billion. If they leave you for 100 weeks, what you go do? You know what I'm talking about? Oshunbade stole 5.5 billion using pen without writing his name there. They shall do the abracadabra. Last, by the time the Senate investigation exposed, bring out the rice, because at last, share the rice. Where the rice? All the rice have turned to mold. They have turned to nonsense. Like, you can't even feed animals with them anymore. In the storage of National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA. 5 billion. Igbo. Container, a ship of rice and all. Igbo. In the name of this APC. Egbekegbe. Right? I'm only giving you instances. So now the farms, they told you that they were going to diversify the economy. We are working to diversify the economy, to create jobs, to create tech jobs. Right? They did not create any technological job. As the people were going to farms, you are either going there, if you want to go back home, you are either going to pay tax, or your family member will have to go and identify which of the body is yours, because you know what happened? These criminals, they have sent Fulani terrorists to all the farms. Over 80% of farms in Nigeria have been destroyed by Fulani terrorists. Those who are still going to those farms, they are growing food just to stay alive. And today, that is why hunger. They say, Baba, wait, say, why they look like this? Say, Baba, now hunger. Say, wait, which one be hunger? You know, buy food. Baba, wait, I won't buy. I don't get any shishi. Now hunger. Why you can't they get angry like this, Baba? Now hunger. Some people are angry. You think he has a temper problem. They say he has temper problem. You see, that's one thing I don't like about Felix. Felix is always like so temperamental. Sometimes now hunger they worried Felix. Now hunger they worry Bisola. Nobody say Bisola get anger problem. If you pay attention, you will realize that people who have now turned, those who told you that they will give your children 1 meal a day, they were telling you ironically, imagine, ironic, they were telling you that they will make you to eat 1 meal a day. Go out there now. You will see people, they will say, thank you, God. At least I thank God. I can still eat once a day. Some people, they cannot eat anything. My brother, thank God for your life. If you have life, there's hope. You know, they have been telling us that. They say, if you have life, there is hope. Now, poor man, the Bible be that too. I don't mean to insult you or insult Bible, by the way. But now, poor man, survivor toolkit be that. Say, if I get life, I get hope. Until go get to, oh my boy, I will law. You know what I'm talking about? Some people no get anger problem. They are not sadists. They are not always, you see them frowning all the time. They know this more. Now you can tell why. They destroyed farms. They sent everybody away. That is the primary intention. And they are also, when they destroy jobs, right? When they destroy jobs, when they destroy businesses, do you know those who are suffering it? Southern Nigeria. Pay attention. The tax-paying companies in Nigeria today, out of the 100%, more than 76.4% of those companies, they are domiciled in southern Nigeria. Are you following me? In 2020 alone, out of 1.34 something trillion naira generated as internally generated revenue from northern Nigeria, from southern Nigeria, I'll give you a figure. And you can only generate revenue from businesses and those who are working and who are paying taxes. Abi? That's where you generate revenue. Abi? Now, in 2020, the entire northern Nigeria, including Benue, Kwara, and the rest of them, who call themselves the North Central, the entire northern Nigeria, they generated 370 billion naira. Are you digging? The entire north, they have 19 states, including Abuja, making it 20. The entire southern Nigeria with 17 states generated 930 billion naira in 2020 alone. Now, that simply tells you that whenever these terrorists destroy jobs, they are not destroying anything they've not destroyed already in northern Nigeria. They've destroyed education. So the only viable job that recruits en masse, I'm talking about en masse, is the terrorism job industry as we speak, okay? And as the terrorism industry is the most lucrative recruiting job for the young people in northern Nigeria today, shamefully and regrettably to the advantage of these criminals that you call your elite. In southern Nigeria, many people still believe that they have to go to school. They have to do examination. They have to pass with 2.1. They have to pass with 111. They have to, all of that stuff. Last, they will end up in a Chinko factory, checking the plastic mold, checking what else again? Working as a casual laborers. After that education, working as slaves in their own land. So when the jobs are finally destroyed, they don't destroy jobs in northern Nigeria, because they don't have the capacity of creating any. Do you understand that now? They don't have the capacity. So when they destroy jobs, they are destroying your job. They are destroying Yoruba land. They are destroying the Biafra land. They are destroying every land that makes up the southern Nigeria. And that is why when they go about there to borrow money in your name, you should be able to say, you were not contacted. Why should you then contact them when you want to say, I am done? Why? Because you are scared. Well, I will understand that you are scared. If you can admit that you are scared. Let me share something with you. This has to do with what is going on in Kaduna now. But before I get to that, there's this video. You might have seen it. I'm sharing it with you again. This is captured somewhere in southern Nigeria, where people have been moved, undocumented, but well coordinated. And they have been moved to every part of southern Nigeria, where they are now in their sleeping cells, waiting to be unleashed. This one is uncovered. NSCDC found them, and I think it's in Ondo State. Maybe you should watch.
They're taking them across. You can see them. You can see them. Where are they coming from? Where are they driving them from? The driver has to be... How? You see them? You see them? That's the problem we are having. Where are these people coming from? Every day they are bringing them in. I was the one that reported to the civil defense. Yes. I reported to civil defense. Thank you very much, Nigeria. Please do your own recording and make sure they get it, all right? Thank you. We are heading back now. Thank you. Look at it happening now, live. Civil defense checkpoint after bypass, just before BIU. That is where they are right now. Look at them. Look at them. This is sabotage. Look at the truck. No number. No number. And they are Nigerians. Thank you.
Are they Nigerians for you? You will soon find out. This is what they have brought upon the people, right? People probably felt like maybe it will never get to a point where they will have to choose between their lives and their land. The people who promised safety, the people who promised prosperity, change, they brought division, calamity, a total balkanization that they have now made official as we speak. And the same people want to blackmail us with unity beggars. Of course, it won't happen. Let me take you to Kaduna. The people that will never accept the fact that this is a democracy, possibly, which is not, they will never accept what they give or what they give to people. First, I think I should share this with you. Then I will take you to Kaduna. I have a few things to share with you from that part. Let's start with this. Hell Rufai again
has become so incompetent, we'll be praising them and say that, oh, terrorism is happening, Jonathan is doing nothing. Well done, Jonathan. Are we supposed to do that? We are in opposition. Our job is to look at even good things that they are doing and say they are not doing it well. That is the job of opposition. So we have no apologies for pointing out to Nigerians that this government is incompetent and has failed to provide security. If you say we are politicizing it, fix the problem so that we can't politicize it. Okay? Are we politicizing breathing of air? Every Nigerian can breathe air. We can't politicize it because there is no problem there. But if you fail to supply petroleum products and we say you are failing, you say we are politicizing it. Fix the problem so that we don't politicize it. If you say that there is terrorism, we are politicizing it, eliminate terrorism. 5 years ago, nobody is talking about terrorism in Nigeria. Under Jonathan, it has become an industry. And we should not take advantage of their failings so that we secure the votes of Nigerians in the next elections. There must be something wrong with them. We have made suggestions to the government on how to improve security. They have ignored it. They have set up 5 different committees that have given them recommendations how to address this problem of terrorism in the last 3 years. They have not implemented one. They are incompetent. But they try to blame other people.
So at this stage that you are right now with terrorism in Nigeria, what do you think is the solution, especially on how to rescue the girls?
Look, the government has the solution to this problem. Several committees have given them recommendations. They should just implement the recommendations in their drawer. Okay? As for rescuing the girls, we have seen examples of what countries do when this situation happens. You should have military action on the one hand and negotiation on the other hand. You should not foreclose anything because the lives of your citizens are at risk and you don't want to lose one life. You don't want to lose the life of one person. You don't want to lose the life.
That is the way in 2014. Not just that. In 2012, the same Hell Rufai was out as protest was legal then, not anymore.
After his speech, we will listen to Femi Fanikayode and we will all move to Wuse Market and meet our masses there. And from there we will move. They will not do anything to us. Thank you very much.
Great Nigerian people! I want to salute your courage in standing up to injustice. We will continue to fight this government until it does what is right. And what is right is that they should cut down their expenses and ensure that our refineries work so that we can buy petrol not at 65 naira but at 40 naira a litre. We should now go assemble at Wuse Market and march to Eagle Square. We will listen to Femi Fanikayode.
Great Nigerian people. Great Nigerian people. This is the beginning of a great struggle. A struggle to ensure
that justice, decency, and good government returns to our country. I want to assure you that we cannot be intimidated and we cannot be defeated.
That was 2012. Fast forward it now to 2021, when Hell Rufai is now the little tyrant. Kaduna Little Finger is now the governor. This guy sacked, I've never seen anything like that. Oh, well, he did it. He sacked over 22,000 civil servants just at once. Then he said he employed 25,000 after. And people said he's already sacked. Every time he's unable to pay when they have run out of money, that is the moment Hell Rufai will start sacking people. They said since Hell Rufai came to power, he has already sacked more than 50,000 government workers there for no other reason than whether either they are either Christians, they don't want them there anymore, or they just feel like their loyalty is to some other people apart from them, and whatever, just sack everybody. Now the entire state called him Hell Rufai. I thought they would call him Hell Rufai, but they called him Hell Rufai. That was when the Kaduna Little Finger provoked. You know, some people are already proposing that this guy should come and be your next president. Suffer no dey tire many of you. I mean, poverty no dey tire you. Unfortunately, something will likely give in between you and that poverty. Something must kill something. In this case, a terrorist, a complete. They said one governor in northern Nigeria is the sponsor of Boko Haram. I can tell you, I have my doubts. I don't have my doubt that this Little Finger, Kaduna Little Finger, is a key suspect. I'll say that again. Is a key suspect. He provoked. Hey, you people gathered. Oh boy, now so Little Finger declared Labour leader, the president of NLCO, wanted.
He should report to the nearest police station or report to us. He will be prosecuted for economic sabotage.
Is there any ground for common compromise between the two parties?
There is no grounds for compromise. They have used their last ultimate weapon. It will not change anything. We will not change our position. And that's it. Thank you.
Little Finger. This guy jumped up. That was not what he intended to do. He had other plan. Ask me what is the plan. The Labour came out again today. Just like they did to the NSAS protesters, when government, imagine a country. Nigeria is gone. A country where government will go and hire notorious, jobless thugs, arm them with different dangerous weapons to go and attack their own citizens for protesting. A country like that is not a country. You are now living in a jungle. It's even worse than a jungle. Some people said it's a contraption, and I agree. That's what Little Finger did. He called on their thugs to help them attack the NLC. Oh boy, like play. Film start.
Free Africa! Free Africa! Free Africa! The struggle! Continue! The struggle! Continue!
Just imagine Nigerian police begging talks.
Comrades, sir, can you listen, please? Today, comrades, today is a very sad moment in the history of democracy in Nigeria. Early in the morning today, we got credible information that Hell Rufai have hired one Alhaji Hassan Gwaska, who lives in...
Oh, gbogbo ala máa jẹ breakfast. Àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Summa billahi.
Hell Rufai sent thugs. Imagine government hiring thugs to attack the union, labor union, while you have already declared the union leader wanted. That is kind of things you will see in, I don't think you can actually see something like that in Afghanistan, all this Nigeristan and all these places. I don't think so. Nigeria is peculiar, it's different. Meanwhile, Buhari is in France, okay? And for those of you who are asking, how far with the France? What is Buhari doing in France? I got an image for you that I want to share and see if I can still open the line tonight for anyone who wants to phone in. And for those who are asking for Buhari, he is in France. Watch this.
You're welcome to France, President Buhari.
Am I in France?
Oui, you're in France.
Okay, are you very sure?
Oui, this is France.
Okay, rub my arm.
Okay, you can meet my wife, Brigitte. You're welcome to France, Mr. President. Where's your wife?
Yes.
Where's your wife?
Yes. Yes.
Sneaky doesn't want to answer. Let's go take some pictures.
Let's take some pictures. Emmanuel Macaroni.
So, Buhari is currently with Emmanuel Macaroni. If you didn't capture that well, let me share that again. Watch.
You're welcome to France, President Buhari.
Am I in France?
Oui, you're in France.
Okay, are you very sure?
Oui, this is France.
Okay, rub my arm.
Okay, you can meet my wife, Brigitte. You're welcome to France, Mr. President. Where's your wife?
Let me see that hand. I want to show you that hand. Let's see. I want to see if I can get that hand for you. See that again.
You're welcome to France, President Buhari.
Am I in France?
Oui, you're in France.
Okay, are you very sure?
Oui, this is France.
Okay, rub my arm.
Okay, you can meet my wife, Brigitte. You're welcome to France, Mr. President. Where's your wife?
Yes.
Where's your wife?
Yes. Yes.
Sneaky doesn't want to answer. Let's go take some pictures.
Let's take some pictures. Emmanuel Macaroni.
Somebody made that, and I found it a bit hilarious. So, and I hope that's those of you who are looking for Buhari. But look at your screen. I'm going to show this too. I've been wondering, and please, make una no get too emotional, okay? Help me. Emmanuel Macaroni is 43. Buhari is 78, Abby. Can you see those hands? Yeah? Let me see if I can get this off. Yeah. Can you see those hands? That is Buhari's hand. Let me see if I can probably move it about. Somewhere here. Can you see that? Let's see if I can bolden it. That's the hand of a 78-year-old man. But look at the hand of a 43-year-old man. Isn't this great? Let me put your hands behind me. Yeah. You see that? Maybe you can see better. That's a Buhari. Alaji Shekau Buhari. Yeah. See the hands? The one on the left here. Yeah, I think on your right, if you are watching my screen, right? So this one here is macaroni hand. And this one here, yeah, this one. Let's see if I can hold it. Sorry about that. I just wanted to share that with you from Buhari. So I'm going to go now and open my line to everyone who wants to phone in. But before I do that, let me quickly take a break to say hi to my sponsor for this program tonight, SendWave. To every one of you, my friends, who have used this service, for those who have downloaded the app, the link is in the video. Okay, if it's free to send money through the through the SendWave app. Okay, all you have to do is that if you haven't downloaded the link, and if you have downloaded the link, I mean, if you downloaded the app or you haven't used this Politico promo code, you are missing something. That's a $5, £5 or €5 that you can get extra on your first transfer. Okay, so thank you to everyone who has already, and to everyone who is yet to. The link is in the video. Download the app, then you can send money directly to people's bank accounts back in Oduduwa land, back in Biafra land, as long as they have bank account with Fidelity Bank, Access Bank, or GTB Bank as well. Okay, and if you are currently in Canada, you are in the UK, you are in the US, you are in Spain, or you are in Italy, you can download the app and use Politico. Yes, the line will be opened in a minute. Let me take a commercial, or let me say musical rather. Let me take a musical break, and I'm going to open the line for you to phone in for those who might want to add one or two things tonight. Okay, I'll be back.
Clear to you now, how they roll. Is it very clear? Listen to the minister. Minister of Defense, Fulani. Minister of Finance, Fulani. Somebody that studied Sharia law is the head of the judicial system. Fulani. Is it very clear to you now, how they roll? This is Political Republic. Federal Capital Territory, Fulani. Agriculture, Fulani. Police Affairs, Fulani. Aviation, Fulani. Communication, Fulani. Power, Fulani. Water resources, Fulani. Everything is Fulani. All the 19 northern governors are Fulani except the Benue, Plateau, Taraba, and Kogi. Every northern, apart from 4, the rest are all Fulani. Is it very clear to you now, how they do? This is Political Republic. Because Fulani have a game plan. From the word go, their game plan is to dominate and subjugate you. Dominate and subjugate. Where is their president from? Fulani. Chief of Staff, Fulani. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Fulani. Senate President of Nigeria is Kanudi, of course, is Fulani. Deputy Speaker is Fulani. The Army Chief of Staff is Fulani. Navy Chief, Fulani. Police IG, Fulani. DSS is Fulani. National Intelligence Agency, Fulani. National Security Advisor is Kanudi, of course, is Fulani. Minister of Defense, Fulani. Fulani. Minister of Finance, Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they do? This is Political Republic. Federal Capital Territory, Fulani. Agriculture, Fulani. Police Affairs, Fulani. aviation of Fulani, communication of Fulani, power Fulani, water resources Fulani, everything Fulani, every northern,
Hello there.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Your name?
Yes. Olaito Clement from Stuttgart, Germany.
Olaito from Germany. So, you are live, sir.
Yes. So the first thing is like, to be honest, I'm sick and tired of discussing about Nigeria, but we don't have any choice except talking about it till that country breaks up and we gain our dual nation and Biafra. That's my first point. Secondly, is like, I think the foreign powers have a special interest in Nigeria, and that's why all of them just keep quiet. They don't seem, they pretend to act like nothing is going on in our country. In that country, it's not my country, in that country. So, but the fact is like, how can you continue borrowing a country who is extremely indebted, more money, and destroying their currency? I seem not to understand that, because if we just use this as an example, like I'm owing you now, Professor Maiyegun, I'm owing you money. I owe you to the tune of, let's say, £10,000. And you know I'm not working. And I come again and claim, Professor, please borrow me again. I need like £5,000, and you keep borrowing me.
Then something is wrong.
And yes. And at the end of the day, you discover how his landlord have sent him out from house. And he has some other debts apart from mine. You know? And they seem to keep borrowing this stupid country. In fact, I see no reason why France would have accepted Buhari traveling to that country. And you know this guy is a terrorist. I see no reason why. Why UK we accept him at that time in Abuja house to come for medical health, whatever what he's doing all around. Even though I don't believe he's alive. So, I mean, Nigeria itself is a scam. It's a stupid situation that is extremely unbearable. We need to please divide that country. Oduduwa go and we spend our fadaka. The Biafran go, they create their own currency. And the Hausa or Fulani can do their own currency.
Exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, we have things to back our currency up, as you already pointed out at the early stages of today's broadcast, with gold.
That's right.
They have their cow, they can back it up with that. It's none of our own business. We create our own border, that connection connecting us, that Niger Bridge, we break it down. And if we don't want to come with us, they are welcome. If not, they can also go. We have enough resources. We have Lagos there. Imagine the last song we just played right now is all Fulanis. Oh,
it's a shame.
Like there's no other tribe living in Nigeria anymore, or Nigeria, not Nigeria. You know, imagine it's so difficult and so ridiculous to the extreme. Like if I'm walking on the streets of Stuttgart, if I meet someone, hey, you are killed your Anton, blah, 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 blah. Where are you from? I can't say I'm from Nigeria. Yeah, the last time I said I'm from Nigeria, we started discussing. Instantly, this person, a white German woman, told me, oh, they just kidnapped. Oh, there's no good story coming out of that country.
And you will find yourself defending. Yeah, you know, I've told people this many times that the only thing Nigeria does to you is that you find yourself defending things you can't really explain. Why is there terrorism in Yoruba land? Why are there terrorism in this part? But because you are a Nigerian, you'll be answering those questions when other people from other parts of the world start asking you to explain. What happened? Where do you come from? Which part of, is a shame. Thank you so much, Olaiton. Let me take another caller too, right? Thank you very much.
Good night, sir, Professor.
You have Good night, Professor. You see, it's so bad. You find yourself defending your Nigeria. They say, are you a Nigerian?
Hello?
Hello.
My general.
Yes,
I'm always lucky to get you.
And I'm happy to have you. Yes, you are live.
My name is Ikwako. Odenikwako.
I'm calling you from New again. My brother, you have the floor.
Yes.
Now relax.
Thank you, Maiyegun. Yes. At times it feels like we forgot history in Nigeria. And at times we don't keep record of things. Could you remember when these people were campaigning? After their campaign, when they entered power, they told us that they're going to revive this Jokuta steel mill with Abacha loot. Do you remember?
I remember.
Do you remember this statement? When they brought the first loot during their first tenure, Osibanjo shared the money. They forgot that sharing the money will not give us employment, but reviving a Jokuta farm will employ over 40,000 people directly. But they choose to use the money to campaign for 2019 election. Have you seen how stupid black people are? They have abandoned the project of Ajokuta. They claim that Jonathan abandoned. Jonathan did this, did that. Ajokuta is there now. Nobody is talking about it again. Abacha loot has been shared. Maiyegun knows a single individual can loot $90 billion. It's not possible.
It is impossible.
They told us that my sister, I don't like her. What is her name? Desiane Madieske. I don't like her. But that won't stop me from saying the truth. No individual can steal $90 billion. It's never possible. It's not possible. No matter how you want to do it. It's not possible.
Where are you even going to put it? Okay. Where are you going to put it?
Where? How? So it's not possible. Apart from that, okay, let me go ahead. NLC are crying in Kaduna today. Were they part of NSAS protest?
No.
NLC was not part of it. Now they are paying the price of complicity. They were busy dining with the devil. They were busy dining with the devil. Now the time has come for them to protest. The devil they were dining with when Nigerian youth were being shot on the protest ground. Now they're paying the price. They don't want to. They thought that it's over, that nothing will happen again. Now they're paying the price of stupidity. Do you understand? I'm not pushing them because whatever they are doing, they're not doing it for our interest. They are doing it for their own interest. Nigeria fuel was increased. NLC was there. They didn't do anything. You understand? Now they want to protest. Why are they protesting? Nigeria is busy borrowing money. NLC are not asking questions. Why are you borrowing this money? What are you doing with it? You borrow 20 billion, you borrow 22 billion, you borrow this, you borrow that. Where is the infrastructure that you've been using that money to work on? Where are those infrastructures? Nowhere to be found. And now they want to borrow another money. I remember what this guy, somebody Ogedembe, he made a video in 2019. He told people to be ready that Nigerian currency is going to be devalued more and more and more. That the only way to save yourself is to invest. Invest in agriculture, invest in anything that cannot leave your money in the bank. I remember his word. You understand? It's happening today. Nigerian money is valueless. No matter the amount you have, it's valueless. You cannot buy nothing.
And it's going to be worse.
And
it's going to get worse.
It's going to be worse, and that's where we found ourselves today. God bless Biafra. God bless Oduduwa Republic. God bless you. God bless Koiki. God bless Tondi Boko. God bless Nnamdi Kanu. God bless Simon Ekpa. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Odene Kwaku. I appreciate your contribution. Let me take another call again. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.
Hello. We are having a connection issue, I think. So, let's see. Hello there. No, I think it's that bad. Then this might be tough. But hello?
Hello.
Hello. This is Maiyegun Live. Your name?
Hello. My name is Paul. I'm calling from India.
How are you doing tonight, Paul?
I'm good, Maiyegun. How are you doing too?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking. So you are live again.
Well, we seem to be going over and over and over again. But it is good because if we keep hammering on this point, we'll be able to emancipate the mind of our brothers, because there are so many of us that are still trapped in the mind. And again, I spoke to someone from Nigeria today, and I was shocked when the person was telling me about Yoruba Nation. So it means all we have been saying and all you have been doing and all the others have been doing, from Olayomi Koiki and every other person, it seems to be hitting where we want it to hit.
That's right.
And again, I want to commend your efforts and really appreciate you for all that you are doing.
Thank you.
But the point I want to really bring forth today is that, Maiyegun, you see, the emancipation of Yoruba land and Biafra land is going to bring up another uprising. And that uprising will come up in the north. Because you see, all these Fulanis that are head of this, head of that, governor of this state, senator, this, that, you will see that by the time we leave, by the time Yoruba nation comes forth, by the time Biafra nation comes forth, there will be another uprising in the north because the Hausa people will wake up. And when the Hausa people wake up, I want to see where the Fulanis will run to. Because even that north that they are claiming, that north that they are shouting, that north, it doesn't belong to them. Many of us are forgetting that that land does not even belong to the Fulanis. It belongs to the Hausa people, it belongs to the Kanuri people. Because they've been subjugated now, because they've been emasculated now, doesn't mean that they will not rise. They will rise. But that waking up of their mind will come forth after Yoruba nation has been emancipated and after Biafra land has been emancipated. That was the point I just want to raise. So that people can really know that the Fulanis don't know what is going to hit them. Something big is going. Two things will hit them. We will leave, the Yoruba nation will leave, Biafra will leave, then something else from the Hausa people too will also hit them.
Well, the middle belters are already working together as well to either go with the south or any part of the middle belt place. So
the middle belt is already with us. The middle belt is already with us. The unity between all the regions of the south is getting stronger and stronger by the day. That one I can bet you. But you see that little part of the north that the Fulani people are claiming that is their land. You just watch out for what is going to happen to them.
And I strongly believe that.
Let me give out my.
I wanted to add that. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to add that too, to say, you see, everybody is rising up. Everybody is saying they don't want to be part of this contraption anymore. By the end of 2021, probably we won't be talking about Oduduwa, Biafrans, the Middle Beltans, and others alone. We'll be talking about the entire place. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. You are live.
Yes, this is Abiola calling from Dubai.
Abiola from Dubai. You are live now, sir. How are you?
I'm okay. I really want to commend your program because you are really trying and many people that
Thank you.
I
don't know what is wrong with that line. It's so bad. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's kind of breaking up, sort of.
Okay.
I think it's clear.
Can you hear me right now?
Continue, sir. Yeah, I think it's clear
okay.
now.
And one thing I want to add to it is, because you see, before we can be able to defeat all these cabals, we need to come together as one. Both the Igbos, the Yorubas. It is only when we can come together as one that is when we can defeat these people. Because at the other hand, they have really weaponized poverty to the extent that up to this moment, many people have not waken up from their slumber.
You're right.
And if you check through the margins of the poor are more far than the rich. The rich are very little, while the poor people are too much in the country.
And it keeps increasing.
And apart from that, all these people should not go scot-free with what they have done to Nigeria. Because they keep borrowing money here and there. And what they are borrowing this money for, they cannot account for all Nigerians that this is what they are using the money to do. And I don't know what the Senate are doing in Abuja. Buhari is going to put out a proposal and they are still going to approve it.
They will.
Why? It is very, very sad because It is very, very sad and heartbroken. Because each day I read news about Nigeria, I cry from inside. And I don't know when, we are going to free ourselves from this slavery. Because I will call it slavery.
Very soon. I strongly believe that something is about to give.
I don't want to.
Thank you, sir.
I can't wait, but I will just thank you for what you are doing and keep doing what you are doing so that people can be more educated.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. You have a good evening.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I've got another caller. Hello. Hello there.
Hello. Is that Maiyegun?
Sir. Yes, sir. Your name?
This is Bola Johnson.
Oh, good to hear from you, sir. So you're live, Bola Johnson, from here or where, sir?
From London.
From London, sir. So you're live now. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me say this. I salute you.
Thank you, sir.
I won't say more than that when it has to do with thanking you in a big way.
Thank
Just
you,
get that code. I salute you.
I do get that, sir. Thank you.
I want us to understand one thing. I got something positive to say about the Fulanis.
Well, yes, sir.
If you watch them, since 1804, they told you that they are going to take over your land.
That's right.
And bit by bit, they were doing it. What were we doing? Every opportunity for us to escape them, we're still begging them. Prior 1960, before we got our independence, even the white man warned us that they are dangerous. Which is say they are our brothers. Why were we doing that? Up to today, they say they don't want any negotiation. We are still begging them. Now, check this point.
Sir.
The Fulani are looking after their race. They are calling off Fulanis from every part of the world to come and settle down in Nigeria. They are pursuing it. They are focused. Whatever other dramas you are doing is just fig leaves to deceive you people. They need to give you something to be busy on. That's why they gave all those topics for you to be arguing about. And who are you arguing with? You're arguing among yourselves. Fighting yourselves. The common sense has not run through us that are victims to gather together and combine an effort and face it. We are still fighting and arguing, blowing grammar. Fulani is achieving his goal. Can you blame them?
I don't think
honestly,
so.
Those are facts. Those are the practical things of life. Until we realize that. Now see the style they are using. Do you have any military experience?
I don't, but they do.
Okay.
I'm with you, sir.
Listen, let me explain it to you. If they had wanted to bombard everywhere at once, it would be difficult for them. They are very intelligent when it has to do with war tactics. They're taking Nigeria portion by portion, bit by bit. They are weakening. They soften every part of Nigeria. They render everybody weak. When they are ready to really take over, that's why they are distributing their arms and their boys
everywhere.
In every part, in the city. First of all, they were in the bush. They finish your farm. They create artificial farming. Set your business on fire. If you have money, you want to buy something. There won't be anything to buy. There's going to be a time that you won't even have the money. You are already wicked. That's when they will bombard you. They will just be cutting your head for fun.
God damn it. Thank you so much, sir. Let me take other calls too.
The problem. If we wake up and we all combine our effort together, I trust the Yorubas, so we can still do something.
We can, and we will.
God bless you.
And you too, sir. Thank you so much. That's a very deep one there from an elder. Okay, I felt that. I have to say, how many of us have military training, tactic, or a view? These are people that have already been, sort of groomed for a time like this, a time that they will be able to practice their shooting skills. That actually got. But at the same time, I remember when Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò Ìbà Gani Adams made a call out, and he said all the veteran OPC warriors from all over the world should return back to base. And I can tell you that maybe we are not using much drama or much show of it, which many people would have loved us to do. I kind of feel confident that when it comes to numbers, men that will stand and defend, or men that will command and control and coordinate the defense of Yoruba land, when it comes to that, we are not going to find them in any shortages or any shortfall at all. Let me tell you why. When Sunday Igboho, before Sunday Igboho went to Ibarapa, Seriki Igangan was a notorious man that was so powerful that nobody believed. Royal fathers, baales, kings told him to leave that place because of the criminal activities of all the terrorists around him. They couldn't. But 7 days was what Igboho gave to him. 7 days. He left Ibarapa, and to this day, he left Igongo, and to this day, he never returned, and he will never return. Okay? Then you heard about Wakili. We're talking about the story of Wakili, who rearmed himself, brought more fighters to his base, in the same Ibarapa area. There's a name for it, Ayedun or something, I can't remember. Right? Wakili, a notorious terrorist in that region. They all appear as a Seriki selling cows, but they were actually using that as fronts where they are coordinating kidnapping, ransom for kidnapping and all of that. When the Yorubas, they said he's untouchable. He's ordered for more fighters. They have taken over the whole place. They said if anybody comes, they will start war. Remember that, But when our men, OPC members went there, you know what happened now? They captured him alive. No one was shot. His men, those they told us he imported to that area, they all ran away and they've never come back. Maybe they ran into other forests. They never came back to that place again. Where is Wakili now? In the hand of his own brothers and sisters, isn't it? Isn't that, the same Nigerian military, Nigerian police? Is there in Agodi, in Ibadan? So don't underestimate what we can do, okay? We are very sure of those who are saboteurs, those that will work and make sure that we are unable to defend ourselves in Yoruba land. Do you know that the OPC member, those OPC members who arrested Wakili, and saved the people of Oyo State, from that part of Oyo State, saved them from the nightmare of Wakili. Do you know that those guys are still in prison now? They were arrested. They were detained. They said they made illegal arrest. And do you know that to this day, no Yoruba governor, no Yoruba politician, no Yoruba Oba has come out to tell us, to tell them to release these men. You see all this, what do you call it? All these shots, what do you call setback, I would rather say setback. All these setbacks, we know about them. But that will not deny the fact that we have the capacity. You see, Fulanis, they may have sleeper cells everywhere. Let me tell you something, okay? The type of capacity that we have as a people, Yoruba people, the type of capacity that we have can flush them out within a week, even if they are 1 million in Yoruba land. But like my last caller said, if we don't unite, if the Ondos don't unite with the Ekitis with the Oyos, Egbas with the Ekos with the Oshuns with the, on and on. If we don't unite to face them, they will always appear to be more than us. They are not in any way near. They don't even have the fighting, what do you call it? I'm saying that because, yes, the only way the Fulani terrorists operate is that they walk in at night when you are sleeping, okay? And they will start shooting and killing and burning your property. So when you are running in that smoke and everywhere, they will start killing and shooting. And then, those who escape will run into the mountains. That's what they do. They don't fight. Fulani terrorists, they don't fight. Do you get what I mean now? And you see all this Boko Haram killing and kidnapping people right now. All the Fulani terrorists kidnapping school children. If they don't have the intel from the same military who are the terrorist apologists, if they don't have the intel from them, they don't have the capacity to face and fight anybody. They don't fight. Fulanis don't fight. They ambush because they are cowards. All these terrorists, they are cowards. They come at night. They attack women. They attack children. They never really fight. So that's why I said, if we have a chance of going after them, we'll pick them. It's not Yoruba land. I'm not saying they won't kill us, Abi. Are they not killing us already? Are they not sending our people to refugee camp? Are they not being protected by the politicians that should protect us? Are those not happening? They are happening, of course, but do not underestimate what we are capable of doing. And I've just given you 2 instances, okay? We caught them. You probably would have preferred that we killed them, but well, maybe we haven't been pushed to that stage yet, or maybe we haven't seen the reason yet. But now I think we are going to be seeing the reason yet now. Because how can you be arrested for arresting a terrorist that even the government detained for his crime, and they also detained those who arrested him? So we have capacity to defend ourselves, protect ourselves, and I'm not in doubt. Hello.
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 Hi.
Hi there. This is Maiyegun. Your name?
Yeah, this is Chris from New York.
This is Faith. Did you say?
Chris from New York.
Oh, Chris from New York. So New York rather. Now you're live.
Yeah. Maiyegun Akushe o.
Àwa nìyẹn mà.
I really ń gbádùn iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe o. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run, a máa kéré oko délé, a jẹ gbogbo èrè iṣẹ́ tí à ń ṣe yìí ní agbára Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo làálàá tẹ́ ń ṣe, gbogbo ẹ̀yin agitators ẹ̀ ní ṣe lásán o. A dẹ̀ mọ rírì gbogbo iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ń ṣe. Lórí ti Wàkílù ni mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sí jọ. You might not have heard about it, but I heard from Dara Talk Show too. Wípé Wàkílì ti padà síbẹ̀ yẹn o, bóyá àwọn army àbí police force wọ́n dá Wàkílì padà sí abúlé yẹn again. So the abúlé is back to Wàkílì o. But I might have heard it wrongly. I want you to please contact Dara Show.
Ṣé gbọ́ mi mà? Wàkílì wà lágodi, kò kúrò lágodi. Bóyá wọ́n á fún protection bẹ́ẹ̀ o, bóyá anything o. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ anything otherwise, ordinary room money.
Okay. Okay. I would love to let it be like that because
it is, ma.
Iṣẹ́ tí Chief Igboho ti ṣe, àti many people like you and all those comrades that went there, more than 200 people that day. it shouldn't have gone like a just mere thing, like unnoticeable. It should be permanent because gbogbo iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n bá ń ṣe Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ àṣetúnṣe iṣẹ́ kò dáa. A fẹ́ máa move forward ni. And àwọn proceedings tí mò ń gbọ́ wípé a ti wà ní 15th stage out of 16 stages.
That's right.
It's really making me happy. Èní ni mo tún gbọ́ yẹn. I am so happy. I am so happy. It also really solidify the belief in me into Yoruba nation, into IPOB, whatever their own nation is going to be, and the Middle Belt. Yeah, I really solidify. Every one of us, because all what we are saying, we are doing, we are agitating for, it's not meant for we that are outside.
That's right.
Even though itata wa, wọ́n ṣe wa mọ́ta náà ní kọ̀kọ́ ló mú wa kúrò lé. In the 70s, in the 80s, early 80s, báàgì rice 70 naira ní. Bóyá Congo kan àbí Derica kan ní 70 naira yẹn nísìnyí. So they made that country they rendered so useless in the whole world.
It's a shame.
You cannot even be even comprehending it. Gallon òróró to get 5 liters. 3 naira tó bá mú lọ sọ́jà ńgbà yẹn, wàá tún gba change 25 cents padà. 25 kobo wa. So can you compare that to the way táwọn èèyàn tẹ̀ ṣe rí lẹ́ni? The people are just walking like not living. It's not even good at all. So iṣẹ́ yẹn kò sẹ́ni tó máa ṣàṣetúnṣe láàrin gbogbo yín o. Iwájú là ń lọ. Àádẹ́ láṣeyọrí. Ẹ ṣé gan, Maiyegun, I really appreciate all your efforts and every one of you. Because I listen to many, as much as I can listen to. I listen to many of you till daybreak. And we are moving forward. We are not going back anymore.
At all. Thank you so much.
Of every one of us, all our nations, we are proceeding, and we will end in a nice and excellent way.
Amen to that too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maiyegun. God will be with you and your family.
You too. Good night, Ma. You have a wonderful evening. Okay, have a good one, Ma.
You too, Maiyegun. Thank you. Bye.
Yes, so that's a very good one. That's where I'm going to draw the curtains tonight. Okay, I'm going to go prepare for tomorrow. For Baba Akintoye's appearance. Hopefully Baba will make it. You know, it's a shame. Sometimes Nigeria connectivity and all of that can be an issue. If we don't get Baba tomorrow, I'm going to cancel it, okay, until further notice. That means we have to peg whatever we have as any relationship and all that we might want to push with the Lano or more Yoruba. If they are not going to be available, we are not going to over push it, okay? If I don't get Baba tomorrow, we're going to cancel it. I'm going to move on from there. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time tonight. I'm going to go prepare, and you should too, until I see you again. Stay safe. And you see this Yahoo-Yahoo Sinzu spending and all the rest of them. If you still think that Nigeria can work or probably could come back for you, you are only waiting to be sacrificed by Nigeria. And I hope you won't let that Nigeria happen to you. That one I'm talking about. Hopefully you won't. So I'm going to see you some other time. Stay safe and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ìgò gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní èso àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní èso àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní èso àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní èso àjò. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù.